All right, and we are live. We'll give it a few minutes first before I get into my actual disclaimers. See if this is working. Okay, we're gonna just jump into the disclaimers. It is gonna be a quick start on this one. Depending on if I ever figure this YouTube live thing out, is how often I'm gonna do these. Right now I'm thinking possibly every other week we'll do a YouTube live and then alternate and then do a Facebook live, or actually do and build out ads. Today, since this is my first time doing it, again, not gonna hide that. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If you at any time see me get disconnected, know that I'm not gonna try to get back on, because I'm just not. Chances are that I won't be able to fix it. There is a bit of a delay. There is a little bit of a delay when it comes to what I can see on the chat, but the chat feature, from what I can see on my end, does work. So if there's a question, please feel free to type it in there, and I'll address it as I can. I didn't bring my other monitor and it's not connected, nor would I have been able to connect it since I have all of my ports used at this time. So my apologies on that. Again, this is the beta, seeing if I could actually get this to work. And I don't expect many audience members today, which is a good and a bad thing. Where good that you won't see me fail miserably if it goes offline, but a bad thing in I don't get to get the benefits of the chat too much. So I just made a post on my private Facebook group about this going live today at 5:30 Central. But going forward, we'll be a lot more consistent with the day and the time, so there's an actual set schedule and expectation of what we're doing. So those are my disclaimers. Again, we're just gonna jump into it. There's another thing. If this gets disconnected for whatever reason, know that I'm not gonna try to get back on, because chances are that I won't know how to fix it. And also, there is a little bit new equipment that I'm testing out, so you know, I'm hedging all my bets by sharing this information with you. But all right, so today we are gonna run an actual Facebook messages campaign. And the reason for this is it is heavily underused right now when it comes to running Facebook ads, yet it is one of the most effective ways to run a Facebook ad. Where a Facebook messages campaign, so you see exactly what I'm talking about. We'll jump to the Ads Manager. A Facebook messages campaign is the one that you see at the very bottom. Very rarely will people get to this section. People will get to the lead generation and run that, knowing that the lead generation campaign created their own landing page for Facebook users. So never once do people have to navigate away from Facebook, and it's an effective tool. In reality, that is the easiest campaign that you can run. I would consider it even easier than the awareness and certainly the traffic and the engagement campaigns, because lead generation, it's really straightforward. And again, you just create your little form, which is effectively is your landing page, and there's not much of a need. So today we're going to cover the messages campaign, as I think that it's heavily underused right now and has a good amount of return when it comes to an engaged audience. Now, let's see. Anything else I'm missing? Okay. Again, there is a lag. If there's a question, please feel free to drop it in the chat box. I'll get to it as I can. So we'll do that. Next time I'll know to bring my other monitor and connect it. All right. All right, so some tools that we're gonna use today is Facebook, of course. That is, that sounds elementary, but we kind of need that to run a Facebook messages campaign. We're gonna use a little bit of Canva. I've kind of pre-done a few things here or there, so won't be going too much into Canva per se, outside of showing it to you and the effective ways to use it. iEmoji, this is how I get these on a desktop. So iemoji.com, very easy to use. You just copy and paste, and you embed them or just copy and paste them on your ad copy, and it works great. Bitly, that is a link shortener. And if there's any questions when it comes to these tools, if this is the first time you've heard about them, that is fine. There's plenty of other videos in this channel that walks you step by step on how to create them and how to implement them. So Bitly is a link shortener, which is this right here. And it takes a huge link and it breaks it down to, I think, about 12 characters, if I'm not mistaken. I like it for that feature because it's functional, but I like it more for its tracking capabilities, as you can see your progress on where you're getting traffic and if certain posts are working or not. That's really, outside of the functionality of breaking it down into a shorter link. It works great when you're comparing your numbers. Now ClickFunnels is a landing page generating software, which you've seen these in plenty of ads that you've run, that as soon as you click on something, it sends you over to what you would have thought is a web page, which it is, but with a lot less information and a lot more to the point. So considerably more to the point, which a landing page is designed to grab your attention as quickly as possible and get you to act as quickly as possible, meaning turning over your email or phone or name and submitting it in a form. So it's not designed to confuse. And then we're going to use Calendly, which is a software or a website that people click and they have access to your calendar, not your entire calendar, the calendar that you want people to see, where you can block off certain times where people can actually schedule to have a phone conversation with you or just have any type of, I guess, a scheduled meeting, if you will. So we're going to use that as well. Again, if there's any questions on any of these software, you will absolutely have them on have them on other videos. All right, we're gonna last point before we jump over. Just think of, when you're creating an ad, just think of the way that it's broken down is your why is your campaign. So why are you running it? If you're wanting to get awareness, if you're wanting to just distribute your message across as many platforms as possible, across as many people's eyes as possible, and not seeking an action, i.e. consideration, then you're gonna go over to awareness. And brand awareness Facebook will take your brand and see who is most likely to act and deliver ads to those people. Reach is just anybody and everybody will be seeing this regardless. Yeah, there are some filters that you can select on your ad set, but with reach, it's not going to discriminate. It's just going to go and get in front of everybody, regardless if there is any consideration or intentionality or highly likely to act on a profile's behalf. And consideration. Okay, sorry, I don't want to get into actually describing every single one of them, but having your why in mind is very important because it's going to dictate the type of campaign that you do. Your ad set determines your who, when, and where. Let me restate that. Your who, when, and where dictates your ad set. So at the ad set stage, you're deciding who sees your message, when they'll see it, and where they'll see it. And it'll make more sense when we're walking through it, but again, let me just repeat that. The who will see it, when they'll see it, and where they'll see it. And then the ad, which is, just so you know where I'm getting this from, the campaign, the ad set, and the ad is right over here. So your campaign is your why, and then the ad set is who will see it, where they'll see it, and when they'll see it. And this will dictate, the ad will essentially be what they'll see. So that's a little bit of the methodology behind it, and an explaining of, starting with the end in mind. So just jump in. Again, I don't want to make this too lengthy. I want to get us to the point as possible. So I've advanced a few things to keep us moving, and I'll be dropping in a few. I'll be pausing during certain stages to either check on the chat and see if everything is still working, and then also just highlighting certain points that need to be highlighted. But for all intents and purposes, know that we're going to go as quickly as we can, but as thorough as we can. All right, so again, at this point, if this is completely new to you, we got to the ads manager, I suggest you go and watch another one of my videos. They are in my channel. There's plenty of videos that will get you to this point in one way or another. So I wanted to start and get us to the meat and potatoes as quickly as possible. All right, so we are going to run a consideration campaign, essentially meaning we do want a certain action, or we do want action from the people that we're advertising to, and that'll be a messages campaign. How I like to name my campaigns is keeping the order of campaign, ad set, and then ad within the naming throughout the entire ad. So this is a messages campaign, and I will be advertising to, who did we target? I think we are going to be around Frisco, which if you're in the Metroplex, Frisco means something to you. If not, just know that the Frisco is north of Dallas and in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We're going to do Frisco 10 Mile, and then so this is my campaign, this is my ad set, and then the actual ad, what people actually see. People are going to, what type of campaign are we running? I'm sorry, what are we offering as a lead magnet? Single story homes. Okay, so it's a report, it's a list. So single story report. I don't want to create a split test. I don't want to do budget optimization. We're going to keep it simple for this. If you want to drill down into some other types of campaigns, and where I break every single one of these buttons down, there's another video somewhere in this channel, and I think they should be in the cards. But since I'm doing this live, I don't know where or how the cards stack up, and the cards are essentially the little ticker things that come up every 2 or 3 minutes as you're watching a video. So naming it Frisco 10 Mile and single story report. All right. So this is a messenger campaign, and you can even advertise on WhatsApp. We're not going to do that on this video, but again, there's a library of this already in my channel. So if you're not already subscribed, I highly suggest that you subscribe. All right, we're not going to run a custom audience, where if you've already created a custom audience or a lookalike audience, this is where you would draw it out. You have your lookalike audiences, you have your custom audiences, and that's where you would go. But what we're doing is a bit more basic. Don't want to lose too many people on this campaign. I'm just going to select Frisco and a radius of, let's do 15 miles. All right. Okay, we'll keep it within 15 miles of Frisco. Actually, I don't like that. Let me drop a pin and see if I can get a little bit further south without sacrificing too much of my budget. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. All right, I didn't want the empty space, even though I wouldn't be. Prosper is up here, blowing up. It's really blowing up. You have Providence Village and all the northern towns, but chances are, folks that are wanting to move to Frisco, where I have that list, that lead magnet that I created, chances are that people that are moving to Frisco are somewhere down here that are wanting to move a little bit further north, as that's where a lot of the new construction is going. That's where a lot of the people are migrating to. So that's what I'll target. And considering the lead magnet that I'm offering, which is a single story homes recently listed, I am going to target people that are a little bit older. So several factors go into this. I am making several assumptions that these are people that live in this area and people that own a home. So essentially, not only am I wanting the buyer side, I'm trying to call out sellers as well with this list. The methodology, and you'll see it with the detailed targeting, I'm looking for people that are older than 40, as you saw, older than 40, which means that they probably own a home at this point. And I'm looking for people that may be looking to downsize. So that's the methodology behind that. That either had a 2-story home and had kids that now are older, and you'll see me call that out in the detailed targeting section, that are looking to downsize. So one quick break. Okay, good. Okay. All right, in the detailed targeting, what we're gonna do is we are gonna select people that have children. So parents with adult children between 18 and 26 years. Again, I am seeking people that are highly likely to be downsizing. And I mean, you've seen it depending on how long you've been in the industry, where people are doing that quite frequently. And chances are that if they are looking to downsize, they either have adult children that have moved on or off in college, or whatever the case may be. So this is of value to them, and we want to be sure that the ad that we're placing is relevant to the audience that we are showing this ad to, because it's gonna hurt our relevancy score. It's gonna hurt our deliverability if we're advertising to the people that are not acting. So Facebook is gonna see that as a bad ad, as it continues to show it to somebody, to the audience that you selected, and they continue to not act on it. So you can increase your bid all day long, but a bid is only a section or a part of the entire algorithm, where your message does need to have some sort of engagement. So your ad needs to have some sort of engagement, where it doesn't matter how much you bid. If you bid $1,000, there's possibility, if nobody's engaging with it, Facebook won't be taking your money just because of that. Yeah, they will be taking your money, but to a certain extent, because they see more value in somebody that's bidding less than you, but it's getting more traction and it's getting more engagement. So they're going to be rewarding those ads versus yours that you're bidding high but nobody's acting on it. So yeah, you may be bidding high, but nobody's clicking, so Facebook's not able to charge you. But don't get me wrong, they will take your money as much as they can, but the auction or the highest bid won't always win. And as far as placements, I don't do the automatic placements. If this was another campaign other than Messenger, I would take Messenger off, but since this is a message oriented ad, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I'm gonna take off Instagram, and I'm gonna take off Marketplace. I want it on all mobile devices. I don't care if it's connected to Wi-Fi. My daily budget, since it is 230,000, let's add some additional features. I'm sorry, let's add some additional targets. Who else do we want? I'll include preteens, which that'll go the other way. But who would I want to? I forgot to exclude people. Let me exclude them real quick. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm excluding other real estate agents so they don't see my ad, because they could be clicking on it, and I don't want that. I don't necessarily care if they see my ad where they want to pay homage to it and copy it verbatim. I don't care. Facebook has made that very transparent at this point, where they can go on, you can go on business pages and then click on the ads and info, and you can see all the ads that they're running actively. It only works on the actively running ads. So that's part of their effort to be a lot more transparent with what's been happening on in the news. But so really what I'm doing this is excluding them, not because I'm trying to keep them from the ads that I'm showing or try to keep them from copying my ads. I don't really care about that. I care about them upping my budget, and that's what I'm doing. All right, so 240,000 is still a little bit larger, but if I am going to keep in line with my rule of 10,000, $1 for every 10,000, then it is a daily budget of $23, which is fine. Depending on the product, depending on the service, depending on the ad, this may be a low budget, this may be a high budget for you. The average budget that I run per day on a certain campaign, if it's a cold traffic campaign and I'm trying to warm it up, then I am investing a considerable amount of money, $50 per day, warming it up, meaning whenever I say I'm warming it up, I'm reaching out to as many people as possible and seeing who's taking action, and then based off of who's essentially acting on it, I go to the reports and I see who is acting on it, and then I retarget those people for one, but then I adjust and have a warmer audience to advertise to. All right. The lowest cost. You can set a bid cap if you would like, but I don't do that. I just go with lowest cost, and we're going to go to continue. And again, I did promise that I would keep this moving. So let me just get to the final part, which is right over here, what I find most valuable to you in the entire genesis for this video. All right. What else are we doing? So message, Frisco, 10 Mile. What was that other? Okay. Now, since a lot of people are most likely going to be new to this type of ad, I'll choose a Facebook page that I have not run message ads on. So that one probably I haven't done too much with. Okay, so we do want a single image for this example. Uploading an image. This is where we would do a bit of a bit of Canva, but again, I do want to move these things along. Just know that it's available. We're gonna go with stock images. And preferably we're gonna go with a single story that kind of looks like a single story, but maybe we can do better. That is certainly not a single story. All right, for today's video, we're gonna pretend that it is. All right, so there's our picture. This is where we're gonna put our ad, and we're gonna go over here. As you can see, this ad doesn't make much sense, and it's advertising from Denton Homes. I could have created I don't have a Frisco Homes one yet. Facebook page, which I could have created right on the spot, but it would take another 8 minutes. I said that I would keep this live as, moving as much as possible, and I don't want to make it an hour and a half. All right, so this is our ad copy. This is a link to our landing page. Which was, well, we can just copy and paste it, and you see it there. So this was created through ClickFunnels. Again, if there's any questions on how to actually create it, there's other videos in this channel that address it. And connect in Messenger. I actually like that. All right, access free report. Send message. That's that little right here, that little icon right there. You can change it to learn more. You can change it to shop now, sign up. It doesn't make sense for us. We want them to send a message to us. And we've activated our pixel. Now we go down. This is what you're gonna see if this is the first time that you're creating one. So we're gonna create a custom template, and we're gonna get started. Now the first thing you're gonna do is name it. This is often overlooked, so don't forget that. Just name what you're doing. So I'm gonna put demo Frisco Homes. Oh, Frisco 10 Mile. Message Frisco single story. Okay, now this is going to be the first thing that they see. So you get to decide, do you want it to be text only, do you want to be text and image, or do a video. The video is not that long, it's only a couple of seconds, so it would need to be very brief. I believe it's only like 25 megs. So yeah, it's a very short video. Typically, I'll just do a text and an image, but know that you have that capability as well. And I do want to pause here. This is not a messenger bot, because you're hearing that everywhere. That is, messenger bots do work phenomenal. However, this is, you don't need to go and create a mini chat, which many people do, but you don't need to go and create a mini chat account or any other software to actually create a bot. This is something you have access to within Facebook, and you don't need to get as fancy, although it does help. It is phenomenal way to advertise now, having a bot. But know that if you're struggling with ads or don't want to get to that level of commitment of actually creating a bot, what you're doing right now is just fine. So, hey Jaime, please let us know how we can help you. We're gonna change that up just a bit. And we're lagging now. What's going on? It's slowing down drastically. All right, thanks for connecting. Select an image. We're just gonna select mine right there. Your real estate professional. Just calling it out right there. Now we get to select if you're going to do a reply or if you're going to do buttons. So we're going to do, now let's go with buttons. So we're going to do buttons, and we're going to add a button. And what a button looks like is right here. So since we offered a list of homes, download list of homes. Oops. Frisco Homes. Download. And then you would put the URL there. So to go get that URL, I'm going to go to the thank you page. Notice that this thank you page, to have access to it, where are we? To have access to it, you would need to click, well, we'll complete this, but to have access to that landing page, you would have needed to click on the ad. And the reason I do that with this type of campaign and on leads campaign. The reason I do that is because if they click on that link, I have another opportunity to capture them as a lead. So some people click on the landing page, go over and submit their information, great. If they don't submit their information, you know what? That's fine with me because I've pixeled them and then I can retarget them on the back end. So I got there, even if they had a little bit of interest in what was going on, enough to at least click on the ad link, that's on the ad, they're going to land on my landing page, which I've already pixeled them. So I've halfway won, where if they submit their information, I've won 100%, where I can actually reach out to them via email or phone or text, which is great. But if they stop in the middle of it and just click over to my landing page, I've already pixeled them. So that is a strategy that'll help you with your conversions. It's very simple to do. You just add a link in the front. Now this is the leads campaign and the messages campaign, which is what we're seeing right now, the messages campaign. They will still need to go through and actually engage with you. So if they do list of homes or anything else, then you've won. So you can add buttons right here, but oh, sorry. Let's go back over here and get that link. Let me remove this real quick. I'm going to put schedule call. And then I would go and get my Calendly link. Which Calendly is free. And it's making me log in. If you wanted to create different event types, essentially different ways for people to reach out to you, then that's when it starts charging you. But if you do one type of event code, then you get it for free. So copy link, go back over to my ad, copy that. And then when you go preview in Messenger, it'll send you a message and you can check it on your phone. So Denton Holmes is thanking me for connecting, and then it's saying, well, the essential message. My phone's up here. I don't want to disconnect it because it's helping with the lighting. So know that you can test it out and you'll have access to it. And then we're going to put, did we name it? Yeah, we named it. Finish. Now, the templates are saved. You just can't edit them in the future. So anytime that you need to edit it, let's say you forgot to put a button that you wanted to put, or if you misspelled something, that you need to copy it and then edit the template. So once you create it, it's there. And then there you go, created. So now you look over your work. You go to confirm. And you're off and running. All right. So that is how you run a Facebook messages campaign. And let's see if there's anything else that I missed. Let's go to my notes. Cover that. That was the ad copy. We looked at Facebook, of course. We looked at Canva. Well, briefly we looked at Canva, which canva.com helps you create YouTube thumbnails, Facebook posts, ads, anything that you need to style differently or with certain dimensions and high quality. I suggest going to Canva. It's free. iEmoji, we didn't go there, but what it looks like. And this is very similar to what you have on your phone. It's identical to what you have in your phone, at least an iPhone. And there you go. What else did we do? Bitly. To create a Bitly, all you need to do is copy a URL. Again, this is a shortener and it tracks. So you get to see the performance of your links. Copy and paste, and then emoji link. That's how you spell it. Save. You copy that. And now you see the link that you shortened it to. You press enter, and it takes you right there. ClickFunnels, you saw that. That's where the landing page was at. And then Calendly, we logged in and got our calendar. So again, I wanted to show you just different tools that are being used right now for effective Facebook ads. We could have spent an additional hour and a half just going and creating accounts and going through the demo of every single one. But again, there's other videos in this channel that specifically address every single one of these software or websites. So we weren't gonna get into that level of detail. What I wanted to accomplish with this going live is, one, is ensuring that it works. So from all accounts, it appears to have worked. And then two, show you how to actually run a messages campaign. It's very underutilized right now, and there's a high yield or a high return on investment because people are engaging on Facebook Messenger at a incredible rate. So that is about it. I'm just going to go over to the live real quick. Again, I wasn't expecting much activity from the chat as I wanted to keep this on the DL, which is fine. All right, well, that is about it, and you will see this uploaded shortly. Thanks.